Hello, hello. It has been a minute. For those of you who have been here, hi again. This is going to be a little like a mini podcast episode, I suppose. Just a little ramble that I hope you find some value in. I also have some new folks here. Welcome. I had a few people join this feed that I met at my final festival facilitation of the year out in Maryland, which is so wild that this year has just passed us by. And today, just planning to share with you some things that have come up for me today around movement as a result of the time change and an extra hour of negotiation time to get my daughter to preschool. I myself had a little extra time today. So I suppose, I hate to say this, but I suppose you could say I'm digging the time change so far. But I had a little extra time to myself before I had my first one-on-one this morning. And I just made myself a nice breakfast and had space for a one-song dance party. And I know that's not much, but I do believe those little things can be so profound. And so this one-song dance party really got the juices flowing. It really got the inspiration flowing. And so what it became was really a stream of consciousness journaling. And that's really what I wanted to share with you. It's about movement as portal, movement as playground, and movement as a safe place to practice. The phrase that first came to me this morning, the phrase that just popped into my brain or body or system was the nature of movement is to change us. The nature of movement is to change us, to be a part of our evolution if we let it. So thinking about how stretching can stretch us, literally, obviously, and metaphorically if we let it. Reaching can help us understand how far feels comfortable, how far feels like a little stretch, and how far feels like overextension. And maybe that can help us understand what's within our reach, what's just out of our reach, what's possible, what we might want to put down for the moment. Similarly, forward motion can move us forward. And this is my playground currently. I'm wanting to move some things forward in my business, create some more sustainability and income. I'm wanting to move some creative projects forward. So this inquiry is really where it began. So this idea that if you're wanting to move forward in some aspect of your life, how might you bring this to your movement practice? How might you like to move forward? How would it feel good to literally move forward? So taking that literally, there's so many ways we can do that. Literally move forward. We could spin, we could walk slowly, quickly, we could skip, we could jump, we could glide, we could roll, we could crawl, we could chasse. So what would it look like to literally try that, to embody forward momentum and notice what happens? Maybe you feel at ease. Maybe there's some resistance. Maybe there's joy, maybe grief, or this feeling of loss. So movement gives us a safe place to notice and to play and to practice that forward momentum. And also there's movements that we overlook or take for granted, things like just softening, relaxing something, stretching, like letting the body melt or sink into a chair and really letting ourselves rest and receive that nourishment can be just as profound as a full-fledged dance. So what happens when we bring intentionality and our very human, very active way of making meaning to our movement practice? I think about this quote, and I wish this quote came to me from the actual book it's from, but I'm remembering Robin Williams saying it in Dead Poets Society, epic. But he quotes Thoreau, "I wanted to live deliberately, to live deep, and suck all the marrow out of life." So what happens if we move, if we dance deliberately and bring our embodied attention to it? Like if you're wanting to take up more space in your life, maybe in your work or in your relationship, using your voice, bringing that to your body, like widening your stance, opening your arms, making space between your fingers and toes, letting yourself take up space, and then just noticing what sensations arise. Does it feel good? Does it feel awkward? Does it feel hard? Does it feel expansive? Whatever comes up in movement practice like that might show you where your edges are or where the invitations are. And then, of course, there's movement as emotional expression, moving grief, dancing rage, swaying with hope, shaking with joy, jumping with joy. Sometimes words don't really reach it, and movement really helps us feel and release those things. So I think there's an invitation there too. If you're trying to find hope, let your body search for it. If you're longing for joy, dance with it. If you're ready to fall back in love with someone, with yourself, with life, there are endless songs waiting to help you tap into that energy. And that is another layer of this. Song choice as partnership, creativity through choice. Music can midwife emotion. It can open portals we didn't even know were there if we allow ourselves to move with it. There is so much within us and so much within reach through that type of partnership. So, yeah, that's really what I wanted to share today. And maybe if you're seeking stability in these tumultuous times, you might let your body find it. Maybe through stillness or through rocking or through feeling your feet heavy, grounded, until the nervous system recognizes, oh, this is what stability feels like. This is what foundation feels like. So yeah, that's what I got for you today. Maybe today you can give yourself one song, or you might bring your movement practice into a silent space. Give yourself 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 minute, whatever you have. Maybe you can let it be your portal, let it be your playground, let it be a safe place to practice something and see what shifts. Thank you for listening, friends. I hope that this made sense. And if there's anything in this that moved you, literally, figuratively, I'd love to hear what came up. And you can just reply to this and it'll come to me privately so no one else will see it. So I'd really love to hear from you if this landed or resonated, if something nourished you, inspired you, encouraged you, confused you, any of those things. But yeah, sending love, wishing you all a wonderful rest of your day and week, and talk to you soon.